All right, so for this video lesson, we're going to be solving the divs challenge. And this challenge is going to be following up the last challenge, which introduced the div HTML tag. And this is going to be showing you a little bit more clearly about what a div is and how it can be used. So here we have an HTML document, and there are 3 divs inside of this document that are empty. So they're just empty div tags with nothing inside. But you can see, we can actually see 3 boxes over here in our preview panel. And that's because we have this style tag, which includes some CSS, which is applying styles to these divs. And again, don't worry about exactly what this is, what styles are, or what CSS is. We'll come to all of that in some later challenges. But for now, this code exists, and what it's doing is it's selecting these div elements and it's applying some styles. So it's saying, give me some margin between them, make them 150 pixels tall and wide, and then color the background teal colored. So that's why we're getting these square teal colored boxes showing up. And we're getting 3 of them because we have 3 divs here. And that should be fairly straightforward to understand. And the challenge here is just to add 20 divs. So we want to see 20 boxes over here. So I can just add 2 more, and that's going to give us 5. And then I can just select all of these and just copy them. So we have 10, 15, and finally 20. So now we have 20 divs all stacked up over here. And that's basically this challenge. And so what this is really trying to illustrate is that the div is, like we said in the last challenge video, it's like a box or a container that you can put other elements in. And then you can use CSS to select and style divs to give them specific shape or form or color. And so in this case, we're making them look like squares, but you could imagine these could be like rectangular rows, or they could be columns, or they could be all kind of different shapes. And then you could have other elements included inside of them. And so then this is really how you can start to give pages more layout and more structure. For example, just looking at the pairwise workspace here, you can kind of see how you could imagine that this entire workspace page is some header component, which is probably a div, and then this big workspace component in which there are 3 divs or 3 boxes on the left, and then 1 big box for the preview on the right. And so you can imagine how all of these elements could be nested inside of some parent tag, like a body tag, and then each of them could be represented by divs. And then as you start to dig in further, you can find that perhaps in the header, you have all these different elements in the header. We have this icon here, the title, the search bar, and then we have these buttons over here, and then all of these would be grouped inside of some header div. And so you can kind of see how when you're building up more complex HTML pages, really they're just a bunch of different tags that are nested together in a bigger, more complex structure. So hopefully this is kind of giving you some idea of what that can look like and how the div tag plays an important role in building up pages like that. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Let's go ahead and just run the tests and see our success animation, and we'll see you in the next video.